Madam C.J. Walker became one of the most successful women in American business by selling hair care. But the product alone does not explain the company. Walker built a system that trained black women to demonstrate that product, earn customers' trust, and sell inside communities national retailers largely ignored. Her strongest invention was the network around the jar. She was born Sarah Breedlove in 1867 near Delta, Louisiana. Her parents and older siblings had been enslaved, and she was the first child in the family born after emancipation. Orphaned while young, married at 14, and widowed by 20, she entered adulthood with a daughter to support and almost no financial protection. Walker moved to St. Louis, where several of her brothers worked as barbers. She earned money as a laundress and sent her daughter to school. The work was physically punishing and offered little path to wealth. But St. Louis also connected her to black churches, civic organizations, and women who shared information about work, health, and appearance. Like many women living with limited plumbing, harsh soaps, and demanding labor, she experienced scalp problems and hair loss. The problem was personal, but it was also a market signal. Black women needed products made for their hair and access to reliable instruction. Mainstream beauty companies were not building distribution around that need. Before launching her own brand, Walker sold products for another black hair care entrepreneur and learned direct sales from the ground up. That experience matters because it replaces the myth of instant invention with a more useful business story. She observed customers, practiced demonstrations, heard objections, and learned what made one woman recommend a product to another. In 1905, Walker moved to Denver with her daughter and very little money. She began developing and selling her own treatment system. The following year, she married Charles Joseph Walker and adopted the professional name Madam C.J. Walker. The title gave the brand authority, while her own experience made the sales story credible. The Walker system combined cleansing, an ointment, brushing, and regular scalp care. She did not invent the hot comb, and hair products already existed. Her advantage was packaging a routine, explaining it clearly, and demonstrating its use. Customers were buying a repeatable process and the possibility of a result, not merely an ingredient list. That difference changed the economics. A jar can sit on a shelf and compete mostly on price or advertising. A trained representative can diagnose the customer's practical concern, show the routine, and answer questions. Demonstration reduced uncertainty. It also made the local seller part of the product experience, giving the company a human distribution advantage. Walker recruited women to carry products door to door and teach the system in homes and salons. For customers, the representative was familiar and accessible. For agents, the work offered income and a professional identity that domestic service rarely provided. Every trained seller expanded distribution while creating another person invested in the brand's reputation. The company supported sales with newspaper advertising, testimonials, and mail order. These channels worked together. Advertising created recognition. Mail order reached distant buyers, and local agents supplied explanation and trust. Walker did not have to choose between media and personal selling. She used media to make the personal conversation easier to start. In 1908, Walker established a training operation in Pittsburgh under the direction of her daughter, Lelia. Training turned individual sales talent into something the company could reproduce. Agents learned product use, grooming, presentation, and business practices. A certificate and shared visual identity told customers that a representative belonged to a larger organization. The system solved a classic growth problem. If every seller describes a product differently, the brand becomes unreliable. Standardized education created a common promise, while door-to-door sales preserved local adaptation. Walker centralized the method and decentralized the conversation. That balance allowed the company to reach far beyond any store she could personally manage. In 1910, Walker moved the company's central operations to Indianapolis. The city offered transportation connections, commercial services, and access to a growing black professional community. The Walker operation included manufacturing, a salon, and a training school. Owning production gave the company more control over supply, quality, and margin as the agent network expanded. Walker herself traveled constantly, She demonstrated products, recruited agents, spoke in churches, and cultivated local leaders. Her visibility made the founder part of the brand. But the company was not limited to her schedule. Each graduate could reproduce a smaller version of the sales presentation in another neighborhood or another city. The agents were not only a route to market. Walker framed them as businesswomen. Conventions recognized sales performance and discussed charity and civic responsibility. The network offered a story about independence and service, which strengthened recruitment. Women were not merely paid to move inventory. They were invited to join an identity larger than a transaction. That mission was backed by money. Walker donated to education, black institutions, disaster relief, and campaigns against racial violence. She encouraged agents to support causes in their own communities. Philanthropy did not erase the company's commercial purpose. It connected profit with visible local investment, reinforcing the trust on which direct selling depended. The network created a reinforcing loop. Training produced capable agents, agents educated customers, customer results and testimonials attracted more demand, sales funded manufacturing, advertising, and philanthropy. Public impact improved recognition and recruitment. Each part strengthened another, which made the business harder to copy than the formula by itself. Walker is often called America's first self-made female millionaire. The phrase expresses the extraordinary scale of her achievement, although historical net worth is difficult to audit using modern standards. Another myth credits her with inventing the hot comb. She did not. Her success came from recognizing a need and organizing an entire business around serving it. The company also operated inside the beauty standards and social pressures of its era. Hair care offered health, grooming, confidence, and opportunity, but it cannot be separated from the discrimination Black women faced. Walker's achievement was not that appearance solved inequality. It was that she built economic power in a market shaped by that inequality. The first business lesson is that product and distribution should be designed together. When customers need education, the seller can be part of the product. Training, scripts, demonstrations, and certification are not support materials. They are infrastructure that turns one founder's knowledge into a repeatable customer experience. The second lesson is that incentives can carry meaning. Walker agents earned money, but they also received skills, recognition, and a professional community. That combination improved recruitment and commitment. A network becomes powerful when each participant gains something valuable from protecting its reputation, even when the founder is hundreds of miles away. Madam C.J. Walker sold hair care, but she built a school, a factory, a media operation, and a distributed sales force. The jar created a transaction. The system created careers, repeat customers, and a national brand. That is why the business outgrew the story of a single formula and became a model of entrepreneurial distribution.